All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Wakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth.
That's right.
They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushuai's sake.
We're the brothers from GMS Miami. I'm Brother Samak.
I'm your brother Zakaria.
Yeah, in today's lesson, we're going to go into 1492 because tomorrow is, Christopher Columbus Day, or his real name is Cristobal Colon.
Right.
All right. And, that time period, that history is very important, all right, to us, the Israelites, because by going into 1492, all right, we could see, all right, how Cristobal Colon came in and started to bring in that plantation Christianity, Roman Catholicism, which he was commissioned by what's it called, Queen Ferdinand. I got the names right here. Queen Isabella, excuse me, and Ferdinand II. All right, Queen Isabella and Ferdinand II, and that was a major part of history because that was when we started, all right, to lose our identity.
That's right.
All right, and take on these false gods like Roman Catholicism. All right, so we're gonna go into the historical account of 1492 because, hey, this is when Esau Edom came into power. Really, he was coming into power, but 1492 was the nail in the coffin.
That's right.
All right, so let's start with Revelation chapter 20. And to get this history out because it's very important.
That's right.
1492 is a very important, all right, historical year, all right, to really understand why everything is the way it is now.
Right.
All right.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 1. It says, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit, and a great chain was in his hand."
Right. So the key to the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit represents Europe. All right. Europe. Okay. They lacked resources. They lacked, all right, certain commodities. That's the reason why. Okay, Christopher Colon and many other. Okay, what they call discoverers, so-called, or pioneers, ventured out of Europe because they had to get resources.
Right.
But Christopher Colon, okay, he, all right, knowingly knew was looking for the lost tribes of Israel.
Right.
That's why he bring a Hebrew interpreter, Luis de Torres. Right. All right, continue.
God.
Also, they were in captivity. The chain represents captivity for 1,000 years. Okay. And it'll go into it a little bit more.
This book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 2, it says, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years."
There you go. And the dragon, Satan, that old serpent is talking about Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man today. And for 1,000 years, you were in captivity. Okay, under the Israelites. Okay, they were some were calling themselves, all right, Christians. Some were calling themselves Moors, Muslims. All right, but that's what we're known as the Dark Ages. All right, all you got to do is Google Russian icons.
Right. Okay,
and that book alone will show you that they painted all the holy men that are in the Bible as dark people because they knew. Okay, they knew that they were Israelites.
Yep.
All right, but they started taking on idols, idol worshiping. All right, all right. Constantine.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the first one that's commissioned to have idols resurrected.
Right.
All right, and these idols were to be like Joseph or Mary and so on and so forth, which was totally off. Okay.
Yep. Continue.
If you got anything to say, brother,
constant. What it calls iconoclasm. That's when when Esau came into power. He started whitewashing the images, man. All right, that's why our people, believe that the so-called white man is our Lord, which is not, man. Our Lord is Yahushua, so-called black man. All right,
right.
The tribe of Judah,
And that's beautiful. You brought that point because it's going to go into when it says he was loose a little season. And read that part because iconoclasm is part of that loosed a little season.
Right.
Uh-huh.
This book of Revelation chapter 20 in verse 2, it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right. You were going to, once again, you're in captivity. You're serving the Israelites. Okay, Jakes. Well, of course, they were going off and calling themselves by different denominations, you know, Moors, so-called Christians, so on and so forth. Okay?
Yep. Verse 3, it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right. And that goes to show those are the Edomites. Because when they were the Romans, they were deceiving the nations. Okay, and that was when they fell as the Romans. Okay, that's when they stopped deceiving the nations.
Yep.
Okay, that's when you had the Dark Ages.
It says that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled, and after that he must be loose a little season.
And this is where we're getting at with this history.
Right.
All right, loose a little season, iconoclasm. All right, this is when Christopher Cologne, all right, started going on his. I'm going to go to the other side of the world.
Right.
All right, to find the Indies, all that stuff. Because now this is these Edomites coming back into power.
That's right.
And at 1492 is when they literally had power, because in 1492, a real history, all right, January the 2nd, Muhammad the 12th, the last emir of Granada, surrenders his city to Ferdinand II of Aragon and Isabel I of Castile, ending both the Reconquista and centuries of Muslim rule, meaning the Moors, in the Iberian Peninsula. Right. And that's when the Spanish conquistadors got power. That's when you had the expulsion of the Jews in Spain. They had to flee, and that's when you had the term crypto Jew. Luis de Torres was a crypto Jew. All right, so on and so forth. Like, this is a very important history.
That's right.
And that's in the scriptures. But you got to go through history in order to understand this.
That's right.
And then you have Christopher Columbus being commissioned by Isabel I. All right, to take on that Roman Catholicism, what they got from us. That's the key point. You didn't get this from yourself. You got this from our people, and then to push iconoclasm, because that's when you started whitewashing the images and putting up Chesy, man.
Right.
All right, because that's another thing that our people can't understand. Esau, he's a counterfeiter. He steals everything from everybody else. Even working the left hand side. The Babylonian customs. They worship Babylon. All these what's it called? Baal and what's the other? Molech.
Yep.
Those are all Hamite deities, Hamite gods. Those are not your gods.
Right.
And you just took on those gods and put them on yourself.
Right.
Or even ancient Egypt. All right, the Egyptians. That's the thing with you Edomites. You still worship so-called black people.
Right.
You dummy. You're goofy, man. You're a counterfeiter. You're not original at all. Just want to make that point.
Going back to Babylon, all the ancient gods. I got a quick precept. This book of 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. It says, and lay open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. And that happened during the Greek Empire, and this happened when they came back into rulership. Esau, which is that same devil. He started putting himself up as the Most High. And start pushing that Christianity on our people, man. He did a lot of killing to our people too. In the name of Christianity, in the name of their God. You got it, brother.
Come on. So in 1492, once again. All right, you were loose a little season. You took down the Moors in Granada. That was it. January 2nd, which that ended up being you gaining your power back. All right, and then that same year, Christopher Columbus, April 17th, or Christopher Colon signs a contract with the Spanish monarchs to find the Indies. Quote unquote. Notice how they put quotes in it because they know.
Right.
All right, with the stated goal of converting people to Catholicism. This promised him 10% of riches found and the governmentship of any encounter. Right. And that's when he was sent out. And him and Luis de Torres, a Hebrew interpreter, to come over on this side. All right. where did he get this idea to come over on this side? From the Bible.
That's right.
Because he went to the scriptures. Now, we're going to get, and this is repetition. This is a book called Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. The Orders of American Racism, Ronald Saunders, with a foreword by Michael Dors. Now, this is something your institutions, your universities, all right, your public school institutions will never bring out, okay? Because it doesn't benefit the so-called white man Esau Edom with this history.
Right.
Because it cuts him, all right, if you were to bring this out. Now, this is Enter Columbus, all right, this is 1492. It says, all his life, Columbus' ideas about geography were permeated with a peculiar religious mysticism. He kept the book of prophecies, the Bible, okay, in which he collected quotations mostly from the Bible, often those dealing with isles afar off. The Americas are isles afar off, okay? And where did he land first? Okay, in October the 12th, according to this website, he landed in the Caribbean island, an isle afar off, the Americas. The name he named it, once again, they want to name their lands after themselves. San Salvador, likely Watling Island, Bahamas, right? An island off the Bahamas, October 12, 1492. Okay, and where did he get this? The inspiration, through the scriptures, because he knew the scriptures. Because wait a minute, if you what you gonna bring out?
I was gonna bring out they name their lands after their own.
Yeah, bring that out first. Come, that's come.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 50 was Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 11. Psalm 49 and 11 says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, and that's what Esau do. Whenever he goes in places, all right, he try to name it. All right, started with the Greeks, all the way Alexander the Great. All right, and that's that same devil that coming back, doing the same thing all over again. You got it, brother.
Con. So, you know what? You can also get out King Solomon. What was it? I wrote it down. Where, because Christopher Columbus and the insiders always knew that the world was round. Okay, that they knew that about the Americas. Okay, because King Solomon.
1 Kings 10.
1 Kings chapter 10, 21 and 22. All right? And King Solomon was a prophet, by the way.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You said, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 10 in verse 21. It says, and all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the Lord. I'll read again. It says, and all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and so all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. Verse 22 says, for the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish,
right, Hamites,
with the navy of Hiram
above. That's where you get you Freemasons, your Hiram. Okay. Idol worshiping this guy, all right, because you get it out of the Bible, all right. Hiram above, because Hiram above was a navy, we'll say, for lack of better words, like a sailor that knew the terrains, the geography of the world, man. All right, and that's why you get your inspiration from all you Freemasons, okay. And that's another topic,
right?
All right,
kind of is a little bit more. All right, this book of 1 Kings chapter 10 and verse 22 says, for the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks.
There you go. Once
every 3 years.
Every 3 years. So where did they go? Okay, where did the navy ships go? They came over here. It took them 3 years to return with all this stuff for King Solomon. Right. And you don't think Christopher Columbus read that in the scriptures? Of course he did. He also read this, which this book is going to bring out, the Apocrypha. Jumping down, I wanted to bring that out because, hey, this all goes together. The Old Testament, the Apocrypha, the New Testament, they're all together. All right? And this is in the time of 1492, Christopher Columbus okay, he had these manuscripts.
Right.
All right.
All right, real quick one. Another one back you up. This is 1 Kings chapter 9 and verse 27 says, and Hiram sent in the navy his servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. And they came to Ophir, which is America, and fetched from thence gold 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon. You know, so they knew the knowledge of the ships. All right, and it says, and they came to Ophir over here in America.
Yeah.
Man.
You read that in Isaiah chapter 13. Yep, see? All connects. Jumping down, enter Columbus. A striking, in page 77, this book right here, which, okay, that's why all you clowns that went to college and in these universities, you know, you should ask them for your money back.
That's right.
Because they lied to you. Okay? A striking element in Columbus' geographical religiously is his intense and abiding interest in the fourth or second book of Esdras. The two apocryphal books of Esdras purport to be additional writings by and about the Old Testament Ezra, right? Because Ezra is in the Old Testament,
Right.
all right, and second Esdras is in the Apocrypha. But the second or fourth book is a piece of full-fledged Hellenistic apocalyptic writing that was often regarded with suspicion by the church and just as often embraced by the heretics. Okay. Augustine had given guarded approval to address prophetic claims, and much was always to be made of this by the latter's defenders, and including Columbus. In the marginal notes to Columbus' copy of De Ali is relatively lengthy discourse on 2nd Esdras 6:42, which reads, upon the third day thou didst command that the waters should be gathered up in the seventh part of the earth. 6 parts thou hast dried up and kept them to the intent of these, some being plan of God, until it might serve thee. This was often recited by Columbus, who argued that since only 1/7 of the world was water, a good deal more dry land than yet was known remained to be discovered overseas. Right, so there's more parts of land, which is, he knew that the world was round, and he's using the Bible. The point is, he was using the Bible, man. Okay? All right? Now, you know, that's on that. But that was the point. Geography, knowledge of the seas.
Right.
Okay? Christopher Columbus went straight to the Bible. All right? The source. All right? So for all you, clowns out there
Yeah.
that have,
Right. Yeah, he was into the Bible.
Yep.
All right.
He was heavily into the Bible, and he was an Edomite, heavily into the Bible, which goes to show you that these elites, the Illuminati, they know.
Yep.
They know who we are. They know who they are.
Right.
Okay?
If I may bring this out right quick. This is the book of this is the Guinness Book of Records 1492, the world 500 years ago. And I got that from like a thrift store, finding old books at a thrift store. And this is about Christopher Columbus right here. All right. On this page is page 6. It says, I'll read the middle of the sentence. It says, in the middle of it says, to vindicate a half-ruined reputation, he made the last Atlantic journey in 1502, discovering a long stretch of the coast of Central America, but losing his fleet and wrecking his health. The bitterness of his late career was allied by the consolations of religion. He was comforted by a celestial voice, with which he conversed. He claimed literally to have located the earthly paradise. He compiled biblical texts which said were prophecies of his own discoveries and evidence of the immense of the last days. So he had voices in his head, and he basically said, all right, in the last days, these prophecies gonna happen. All right, where he's gonna come and he's gonna basically discover America.
That's right.
Discover the so-called New World.
Hey, man's goings of the Lord. How can you understand his own way? That's
Right.
it. So, and that goes to show you that this is of the Lord. The Lord put the spirit on Christopher Columbus, all right, and these men to come over here, all right, and to take us down as a nation, because what were we doing over here? Okay, the Northern Kingdom, you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, all right, sinning,
Yep.
all right, sacrifice, okay, human sacrifice. Watch the movie Apocalypto.
Right.
All right. That shit, I mean, it's an intense movie. It's a good movie, but we were going off. So the Lord said, and that goes with the curses, because we didn't obey the Lord. We didn't seek our power. Okay, he was going to send our enemies against us, these heathens, another nation, a tongue that thou will not understand, to come put a foot up in our ass.
Right.
And look at our people now. And that's why, every time they try to think they can get up in this world, they can't. All right, because we're under the curses because we disobeyed, our power.
That's right.
And the Lord, used these heathens, all right, to jack us up, especially Esau, Edom. And a good account is 1492, Christopher Columbus.
That's right.
You should know about this history, okay? Y'all know about the atrocities. Yeah, I don't know why we're celebrating Christopher Columbus. It should be Indigenous Day. But why did that happen? Okay? How was he able to do this? It was of the Lord. Okay?
That's right.
And it's all in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. I got a precept for you. This is book of Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 24. It says, Then will I also walk contrary unto you. I'll reverse 23. Leviticus 26 and 23, it says, And if ye would not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. So the Lord basically said, if you disobey him, he's going to punish us 7 times for our sins. All right. So he's just going to keep punishing us. Verse 25, it says, And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy. And that's what the Lord did here. All right. Every time we sin, we would go into captivity. All right, we would go into captivity, but this time was that major captivity. All right. Both Southern and Northern Kingdom, but it started with the Northern Kingdom.
That's right. And the nail in the coffin, 1492, when he came over here, to the Americas. All right, that's a very important history, man. The title is going to be 1492 because that's it.
Right.
That's when they started the transatlantic slave trade. They started bringing us down as a people. Okay, we started losing our identity. Okay, and we started taking on these false gods and images.
Yep.
All right, which would be part of the curses. I want to land back that Deuteronomy 28.
Yep.
And 49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. You know what? Let's start with 15 because this you have to understand why did the Lord send these heathens, all right, and to take us down. Deuteronomy 20 and 15, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power to observe to do all his commandments, not some,
Right.
not few, all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day,
Right.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yep.
And now and you read these curses, okay?
It proves that they're Israelite, that is our people, man. Not no other nation, because these curses they cleave unto us and they're on us right now.
Right. Gone. Hey, that's a fact. 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
That's right.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Which, once again, why do you think Christopher Columbus had to bring? All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, we're back, man. It looks like Easy-E didn't like what we were saying, so he cut us, but we're going to bring it right back.
That's right.
So I'm going to read it once again. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Great.
And that's the reason why Christopher Columbus had to bring a Hebrew interpreter, Luis de Torres, a Marrano, all right, because he was an Israelite, all right, and more likely a southern kingdom, right, from one of the tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all right, who knew the tongue, who knew the ancient customs, because Christopher Columbus knew, all right, he was an insider, he knew, from my research, a Knights Templar, part of a secret society, he was looking for the lost tribes,
Right.
okay, so he had to bring a Hebrew interpreter, okay, in fact, wait a minute, where is this at? Right, this is from amuseum.org. It says Columbus second. Is this? Yeah.
Right there.
Where does it say?
Right here.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Luis de Torres, 1493. The only known Jew on Columbus' voyage was Luis de Torres, though he had to be baptized just the day before sailing. Torres was born, of course, in this Yiddish, Yosef ben Ha Levi Harib, which means Joseph, the son of Levi, the Hebrew. Torres knew Hebrew, Aramaic, and some Arabic. Simon Wiesenthal speculates sails of hope that after the landfall in America, the first words addressed to the natives were Hebrew.
See? Even Esau know that, man.
They know the history.
Like Apostle Tahar said, they know who we are,
Yeah.
and they know who they are.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that I wanted to bring that point out. Okay, this is from the Jewish American Hall of Fame Jewish Museum in cyberspace. This is straight from Amalek's mouth.
Right.
Okay? So, that cuts that, a lot of this BS that, our people wanted to hide behind. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 50. A nation of fierce conscience which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Yep.
51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of the land until thou be destroyed, meaning in the mind, and physically, because northern tribes, man, it was almost they called it a genocide. Like, we were depopulated.
That's right.
All right. Okay. To thousands. But that was but the Lord kept us because he had made a promise to our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
All right, that we will never, be wiped out. In fact, he said if the sun and the stars, were you gonna bring that?
Yeah, I get it.
If the sun and the stars were to be taken away, then Israel will be gone.
Right.
And the sun and the star and the moon is still here. So that means that we're still here.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. And I'm just roughly paraphrasing that, but it's in Jeremiah. That's a heavy statement that the Lord said. While you get them, I'll finish it off. Which also shall not leave the either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of the kind of flocks or thy sheep until he have destroyed thee. Right. And where we were destroyed mainly? In our mind. We forgot who we were. Okay. That was the falling of the church. Okay. Falling of who we were. Okay. While you look that up, I also want to bring this. Now, this is from PBS, Public Broadcast Station. I always like bringing this out because this is heavy, man. Okay, this is history, man, that they try to hide from us. But guess what? The Lord put the Spirit on first our apostles because they did the legwork. We just following in,
right.
Okay, in their labor, okay, because they did the legwork. Okay, they found the books. They got the documentation. All right, and it all goes back to the Bible. That's the key point. It all goes back to this Bible right here that people want to say is a fairy tale, that the so-called white man wrote it. This book condemns the so-called white man. It talks about, what he did to us and why the Lord's coming back to jack him up and put him down once and for all. Okay?
God, I got it.
Come on, bring it out.
This book of Jeremiah 31.
Mm-hmm.
This book of Jeremiah 31, and look down, bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no rush. It's only for the elect.
Right.
You 2/3, man. The Lord's going to send Esau one more time. Okay? Jacob's Trouble, Rex 84,
Right.
King Alpha Plan, Project Megiddo, Operation Garner Plot.
It's going down.
Mm-hmm.
This book of Jeremiah chapter 31 I'll start at verse 35. It says, Thus saith the Lord, which gaveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. All right, so it said, Lord says, those ordinances depart, then Israel going to cease from being a nation. But those orders never going to depart. So we always going to be the Lord's people, man.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to bring this out, and then we'll just go to some scripture and we'll close up. Because I think we hit some key points, unless you got another article.
Yeah, I was going to bring out how he brought up Christianity over
Yeah, bring that, and then I'll land back in with this one. Come on, bring that out. Come on. Because, man, this is 1492, 1493, because that says 1493, right?
1492.
That says 1492, yeah.
1492, but it has, like, different dates in it.
Right, come.
This is, what is it? This is a page. What page is this? Page 164. And in this corner it says the first missionaries to America. It says, on Columbia's second voyage in 1493, he took with him on the 17 ships of his fleet some 1,200 to 1,500 colonists, including 5 religios, whose special responsibility it would be to convert the people of the New World to Christianity. And that's what he did. He came over here to put that to deceive our people. That's why he said he's going to deceive the world for a little season. That's Esau, man.
That's right.
Then he got pictures of Cesare Borgia.
Yep.
All right, that's where they got that image from, which goes back to Serapis Christus. All right, you got it, brother.
That's right. And just to land back from this book.
Right.
All right, this is called, for all you college heads, universities, those that got your degrees, okay? You know, when you write a report, you're supposed to cite your information. Right. And we're citing our information with all these different, documentation and books. You get it? All right? Because somehow, for some reason, once you're done with universities, no more looking shit up anymore. All right? Fools you be.
That's right.
All right? This is from PBS. It says Lost Tribes of Israel. Okay? Nova Online, PBS. You can Google this. Where are the 10 lost tribes? New World, Part 1. Boundless opportunity and fortune awaited Columbus and his crew as they set out on their voyage in 1492. The lands of discovery promised a new and better world. But for one Spanish missionary, the cruel enslavement and exploitation of the Native Americans was not the picture of the new world he envisioned. In the early 16th century, Bartolomé de las Casas became the champion of Native American Indians, devoting his lifetime to improving the conditions in the West Indies, Peru, and Guatemala. Las Casas wrote, quote, "These Indians can bring near the redemption if we treat them humanely in this world and convert them to Christianity."
That's it.
So is Christianity the way? No. La-ah. The water, brother. We are preparing for the redemption of the Western world in the Messianic era. Their conversion is daft. Indeed, as I am convinced, the Indians originate in ancient Israel. Indeed, I can bring proofs from the Bible that they are the lost tribes. There you go.
Yep.
So this is PBS. Yep. Okay, sourcing. Okay, a Spanish missionary named Bartolomé de las Casas.
Right.
Okay. All right. The association of Indians with the lost tribes was heard again and again. The report by Portuguese traveler Antonio Montesinos, some 120 years later, aroused remarkable interest. I was a thrilling journey I took in South America. It was a thrilling journey I took in South America. Now that I'm back in Amsterdam, I must share with you some incredible news. There are a Jewish Indian tribe living beyond the mountain passes of the Andes. That's enough on that.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
So they knew.
They always knew
who we were.
So, damn. So the question is, why didn't they teach us this in public school? Why didn't they teach us in college or these institutions? Because the reason why they didn't do that is because they were afraid that if we remember ourselves, that they will lose their power. But guess what? Esau, Edom, you couldn't account for the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right.
The spirit of the Most High. The spirit of the Most High. Mm-hmm. Okay? We're now, remembering ourselves. That breath of life is back upon us.
Yep.
That's why you can't stop this truth. It's like wildfire, man.
That's right.
That's why you see what's happening in the world today. Okay? The wildfires, the earthquakes, the uproars of the people, the volcano eruptions, okay?
Yep.
All right? These draconian laws. All right, these mandates, because it's all prophecy being fulfilled.
That's right.
Because once we remember ourselves, the prophecy will pop off like popcorn. All right, to bring an end to your society, your civilization, and to usher in the kingdom of heaven, which is for the Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Okay.
Our precept.
Mm-hmm.
This book of Revelation, chapter 11, in verse 11, says, "And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them." And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. All right, that's us waking up. All right, that's the Lord, started with Elder Alvin Bivens. all right, coming back, which is Elijah coming back, you know, to wake up our people. And now we're woken up, and now great fear is upon you people, man. It was like 1619 to 1970. All right, 350 years. All right, that's when the Lord started to wake us up. Now it's over for y'all, man. And we prophesying against y'all kingdom. All right,
That's right.
Mainly Esau, Edom. You know?
I want to land back that. Job chapter 8, verse 8. For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. Okay, and that's us coming back because we're searching our fathers.
Yep.
Okay, and our fathers are here in the scriptures, our forefathers.
That's right.
Okay, and we're going through your secular history, okay, to show, okay, oh yeah, the Bible is the truth.
That's right.
Okay, because the Lord, okay, has already put it in here that, yeah, this was going to happen, this was going to happen, and by your secular history, it proved that the Lord's words is the truth.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
To the search of their forefathers, 9. For we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. Right. That's why it's imperative to know history, to know your history. Okay? To go back into the past.
Right.
You must know where you come from in order to know where you're going.
That's right.
All right? And we know where we're going. All right? We know that America is Babylon the Great. We know that we went into captivity. We know that Esau, Edom, is the so-called white man. The Lord used him to put us into captivity.
Yep.
All right? That in these last days that we were going to remember ourselves of all this.
Yep.
Especially here in Babylon the Great, where the truth came out. Okay? Harlem, USA. That's right. Who would have thought, right? That was the Lord who set that up.
In Harlem.
Right?
Yep. I got a precept to prove that the 10 tribes came over here to the Americas. This book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13, because they up here say, how do you know that the Israelites came over, the lost tribes came over? Because the Lord said it in the Bible.
That's right.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40 says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captives.
Right. So, not going to get it. If you want to go into that history, you got to go to the Old Testament,
Right.
2 Kings chapter 17, verse 4 through 12, and explains that. Okay?
Right.
So it goes to show you how the Apocrypha and the Old Testament are together.
That's right.
All right?
Yep. Continue on. It says, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captives, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. Verse 41, it says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So they say they was going to leave, all right, and they was going to go to a country where never mankind dwelt, which is here in the Americas, man. All right, because we brought out the history of King Solomon, how he used to go, with Hiram, how they would go over to the Americas and bring back gold and peacocks and stuff to beautify Jerusalem. So nobody was dwelling here. They would just go over there to get the resources, man. All right, verse 42. So they already knew the route. Verse 42, it says that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. So they went through the river Euphrates, and they went out to the south horn of Africa and came up to the Americas.
That's right.
You can look it up on the map. It says, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth, which means another land. All right, so it took a year and a half to get there, man. You know?
Come on, man. Land back that, brother. Jewish Encyclopedia. Okay? I don't know if you can read it. All right, look it up.
Yep.
Azareth. Okay? This is from the Jewish Encyclopedia. Amalek's, okay, source. It says Azareth, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses, which they didn't. They were doing certain customs, not all, because if they were observing the laws of Moses, they would be still in the homeland.
Right.
Okay? But the Lord kicked us out because we were going off serving idols. All right?
Right.
Until the time of the restoration, according to the 2nd the fourth book or the second book of Esdras, the 13th chapter, verse 45. Columbus identified America with this land.
See, asterisk.
There you go.
Yep. They made it plain.
Make it plain.
Esau know that.
Even Esau know that. They know it.
The devil.
The Illuminati know it. All right. You want to know what the greatest mystery in the world is? This truth, man.
That's right.
Who are the biblical Hebrew Israelites?
Right.
Okay. Who are the biblical Hebrew Edomites?
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right. And what's about to happen when the Lord shows up, man?
Yep.
Okay. And that's why, man, it's imperative to search out your forefathers. That's why the Lord said, okay, he required that which is past. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15. You know? 1492 is an important historical year, okay, to understand why everything is happening today. And the problem is, most of our people don't care. Right? It's tomorrow's Christopher Columbus Day. What are they doing tonight?
Party and bullshit.
Yep, Sunday night up. It's a good time to go party and bullshit instead of sitting down and doing some research about your forefathers, understanding what the hell is going on in this world. Why? Okay, things are happening the way they're happening.
Right. I got precept. This book, Colossians chapter 1 and verse 25. It says, "Whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the Most High, even the mystery which had been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints." So this is a mystery that was hid from generations. Now is being made manifest. All right. The scripture say the books shall be opened in front of the firmament, and they shall all see. All right, because why? The truth is being revealed. That the truth that was so long without fruit shall be declared. And we're declaring, all right, the atrocity of our people and why these things happen. And Esau, Edom, the devil, the so-called white man, which is our main enemy, he's being exposed. And now the Lord is going to recompense for what he did. All right, we got punished for our sins. Now you gotta pay for your sins, and you're gonna be double, man.
That's right. All right? That's right. Hey, that's balance, man, and that's fair. All right, that's fair and balance. All right, so you got anything else?
No, that was it, brother.
So yeah, you know, once again, we just want to go into history because you know tomorrow is that guy's holiday, and that's, you know, for the world. Hey, man, this is why. All right, you're going to be judged, man, because the information is out there. All right, we are the biblical Hebrew Israelites.
Yep.
All right, 1492, Christopher Cologne. Okay. That's an important time period of the reason why we're in the condition that we're in.
Yep.
All right, and you wicked heathens. Okay, you're gonna be judged for concealing this information from us, and you 2/3 here in Babylon the Great that didn't give a damn, that don't care. You're gonna be judged. All right, because you didn't care.
That's right.
So the Lord's not going to care about you when the time of Jacob's troubles come. Dark winter is coming. Best believe is coming. You will starve to death.
That's right.
All right. Judgment is hitting you, wicked Jakes. All right, because you're a disgrace. You're an embarrassment.
That's right. Yep.
And what are you gonna say?
Now I was just gonna close out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you know, Lord, wanting this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory
unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
We want to give double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, which rule well. And we want to give our peace, greetings, and salutations to all the elect Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity. A shalom and a bab abal.
Abba.
Shalom. Yeah.